Okay, so I'm going to talk to us today about why and how to disciple people.
Ndefwa lero tulanshanye pali umulandu ero chinshirenga kuti twingalenga abantu kuba basambi nefyo twingabalenga okuba basambi.
Okay. So if you can just say a few things what you think discipleship is.
Alafu kumipera kwenjita pali no njita mulande fefyo mwaishi bapafyo okulenga omuntu kuba omusambi kipiribula nangu kyaba.
Discipleship is a process to make a believer a follower of Jesus Christ or a disciple of Jesus Christ.
Ati discipleship ni nshila ya kulenga watetekela okufundwa okuba wakonka Yesu.
You agree?
Mwasumina?
Yeah. And can anybody think of an example of discipleship from their life or from somebody else that they've helped to disciple?
Kuliko abenga tontonkanyako ekyakumwenako mumwe wabo na ngumuntumbi wo bapishepo munshila yakuba omusambira ngifyo bena bapitire munshila yakuba basambi.
Nshila imbi nga twalolesha mu kipingo muri Mateyo 28:20 iliyo Kristu ali peso ndali na basambi bakwe ali bebeli okuti kabiyeni peso ndeponse kukubirembira nsuma nokulenga abantu kubabe abasambi.
Sana kupana neli alefwa ya ichakumwenako imbicha pamwe wenu ifyo mwabere abasambi nangu inshiro mwapitire munshira yako abasambi nangu umomuntu uwo mwinga pera kwa example uwo mwamwene inshira ifyo mwinga irondorere inshira ichakumwenako ichachi ifyo mwinga chirondorere chakushika not if yamarembo yaranda.
Okay.
So this is the Bible verse of Matthew 28,
yes.
where we're
so
going
now
to
I'm
make
trying
disciples.
to help him understand to say Judith is asking for an example, maybe in your life, of how you went through the process of discipleship, or somebody else you know.
But my next question was a Bible verse, so you've answered that already.
So number 10 to example of discipleship in your life or in the life of somebody.
Better?
I think that I have two ways of making someone a disciple or take somebody through a discipleship process.
Atine ninkwatenshyira shibiri sho ningalondolola shakusendera mu muntu munshireyi yakuba omusambi.
That is through word and deed.
Yana mbano tunandoka bati yakupitira mu kyebo n'emikitire.
Through word, this means that I can teach somebody.
Okupitira mu kyebo ninshira akabati kufunda omuntu
based on the word of God.
Chinjira pachewo chakwalesa.
How can be a good Christian? How can walk with Jesus?
Ifyo yenga bomwina Kristu musumane ifyo engenda na Yesu bwino.
And through this, I can give you my own example.
Elo kupitira nomba okumusambisha mu mikitire.
Mostly if I am a leader or a mentor.
Kuti nabo mpya icyakumwena kocha inenemwine okumutungulula kumibere yandi.
The way I live would also teach that person.
Ifyo inenjika lobumi bwandi kuti yaba ninshila iyakufundira mu muntu okuba omusambi wa kwa Yesu.
So good by the words you say and by people seeing what your life is like.
Chawama basko kutira ati okufunda omuntu kupitira mu mashwitulanda ero na mumikalire Yesu.
Right. Let me tell you a couple of stories. Now one is from in recent times. It's my husband John. He's travelled to Minilunga. And he was there to meet some church planters. And he's with them for a few days. Just listening to their stories, listening to the things they've done. And he heard stories of of healings, of miracles, of people coming to Christ.
ali mfire bali mushimikira amali ashaya afisungusho abantu kupola abantu kupere myoyo yabo kuli Kristu.
But then these leaders, these church planters were discouraged.
Lelo ishintu ngulu shali shapunushiwa na ngula balelande efefintu.
So he says, you hear all these stories of things that are happening. Why are you discouraged?
Lelo atila nomba ningu amali ashaya ingyayo mulero ndolola kufintu ifya chitike nomba mulandu nshimwe mwenekera bapunushiwa.
And they said, because nothing we do ever lasts.
Bamwasike okutila icho tubelela bapunushiwa ni pamulandu wako atita pave chintu pafyo tuchita ichikalilila.
After some months, we go back to the place.
Panu mayami enshinga twabwerera kola kuntende twayireta mpechilonganino.
And we find that people have forgotten what we've taught them.
Tusanga abantu balilaba ife twabafundile.
They're not following Christ properly.
Tabalekonka Kristu wino.
And it feels like it's a waste of our time.
Chira tulenga okumfwa kwa tino limoto waposere finchita.
Because the change isn't lasting.
Pantu ukuchinja kwa fintu takuleikalilila.
And sometimes we can feel like that when we're doing God's work.
Shimona ife bene tulomfwe filimbi nga tulebomba omulimo wakwalesa.
Now the other story is from 300 years ago.
Ili ashilimbi lintu byachitike emyaka 300 kunuma.
And that's in my country, in England.
Kuchalo cha kumyesu ku England.
There was two preachers.
Kwali bakabila bambila babili.
There was Wesley and Whitfield.
Kwali umowa kweteshina lyakwe ati Wesley era umbishina lyakwe ali ni Whitfield.
And they were both good preachers.
Ababonse babili bali ni bakabila abasuma.
And they were both used by God.
Bonse bale bonfiwa na lesa.
And they both many people came to know Jesus through
Abantu
them.
abengi balishire mu kwishiba Yesu kupitira muri bena.
Now Whitfield, some people say he was the better preacher.
Bamwe abantu batila Whitfield wali kabila musuma.
And that maybe he had more people came to know Jesus through him.
Abantu abengi balisa mu kwishiba Yesu kupitira muri bena.
But when he was dying towards the end, he said, everything I've done is like a rope of sand.
Atilio alefwa pampela atile fenze fena bombe fya mfikiringo mchenchenga.
Because he looked at the other man, Wesley, and saw what he had done.
Aloleshe kuli yumbi Wesley nokumonefyo achita.
And he had preached, people had come to know Jesus.
Alishimikire abantu balishire mu kwishiba Yesu.
But wherever he'd gone, he set up what he called class meetings in the places he
Lelo
preached.
konsoko ayiro Wesley enanga pusho kusambilisha ale panga ko tumabumbo tunono utu ale ito kutira utumabumba twamasambiriro.
So these were a bit like life groups that we've been talking about.
Utumabumba twali utu apalana na ya life group ayo na ifwe tulelandapo.
There were small groups of people that would learn from the Bible.
Twali tumabumbo tunono tu abantu ababale kumana nokulasambirishanya mu kipingo.
They would confess their sins to each other.
Pali apene kuti bayebererana nemembu kuli umono munankwe.
And they would encourage each other.
Nokosereshanya.
So after Wesley had died,
Panuma Wesley afwa,
there was a big legacy, a big thing left behind.
kwali chintu ichikuru ichashere kunu mechi agupyani pamoyo wakwe.
Because they weren't just converts, they were disciples.
Bantu bali abantu tabali fye bakusekererana mu bantu bakutira abakumfwafi lero bali basambi abashere.
And he started the Methodist Church, which is still around today.
Ekwa fyalo ane chichilongane nocho tutila Methodist chafu makuli omuntu.
It doesn't matter what denomination we are.
Tatulesa kamana pamulando ne filongane fetu afumako.
But that man had wisdom to to set up something behind him to disciple people.
Lero tulelanda pali point yakwe batulo omuntu ali kweta amano ayakubomba n'okupanga ekintu kimwe kingashala mukupitila mukulenga abantu kuba basambi.
So we don't want people to just convert to and stop there.
Kanji tatulefwaya ukula pesha abantu pakufuma fye ku kyalo n'okuyisa mu kironganiro bapelera na parapeni.
So we want people to become true disciples.
Tulefwaya abantu kulaba abasambi abakishinka.
Now the church can disciple people.
Kironganiro kuti kyalenga abantu kuba basambi.
But a lot of churches around here, they don't disciple people.
Lero filonganiro fingi nga kutumansumisha mwarosha kuno tafipanga abantu kuba basambi.
A lot of churches all over the world, they don't disciple
Nangu
people.
fieri sonde lyonse tefingi filonganiro fyashintira pali pakupanga abantu kuba basambi.
And it can be easier to disciple people in a small group than a big church.
Kyaliba ekyanguka okupanga abantu kuba abasambi mu kalibumba kanono kukira mu bibumba erikulu.
Okay. Now, I think John was talking about this a bit.
John ndekyetekera akirandako kanono paliki.
About that word sanctification.
Peshiwiriritiila kusangululwa.
That means to become more like Jesus.
Irishiwiripiribula okuba nga Yesu okukilapo.
To become more holy.
Okuba abashira apakalamba.
To become the person that we are created to be.
Okwisaaga omuntu otwala engeri okuba.
So ourselves, we change when we become Christians. But that change should also leak out of us to other people around in our community. And that's difficult for that to happen when a person is on their own. So 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 12. It says, "May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. May he strengthen your hearts so that you will be blameless and holy in the presence of our God and Father when our Lord Jesus comes with his holy ones." Do you want to just translate or read?
I think you just read it then.
Can you read 1 Thessalonians 3:12 and 13?
On Thessalonica
3:12 and 13.
3:13.
3:12 to 13. Okay.
1 Thessalonica chapter 3 kuberenga kutampira pa 12 kufika pa 13. Kabiri shikulu amwiswishemo nokumulenga okuchilamo mukutemwana na mukutemwa bonse filia fine na ifwe twatemwa imwe kukwikasha imitima yenu iwe iyakaele mumushilo napa mulola wakwalesa wesu kavilishifwe pakwisa kwa shikulu Yesu Kristo pamo na ba mushilo bakwe bonse.
Okay, thank you. And if somebody can look up Hebrews 12:14 to 15 in Bemba, I'll read it now in English. So it's Hebrews 12:14 to 15. "Make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without holiness, no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. Have anybody got it in Bemba?
Hebrews
12:14 to 15.
Apana kabiri Bible ilelanda okuti eicho kosheni amaboko yenu ayalemba n'amakufi ayatentama tambalikeni n'enshila shenu n'enshila shakwendamo amakasa yenu ukuti ababilikita bapatukemo. 14. Lelo ukundapwa bondapwe konkeleleni ukuba n'omutende ku bantu bonse n'okushira kwine uko umuntu nga takwete takamone shikulu. 15. Sakamaneni ukuti umuntu epelebelako kukusenamina kwakwalesa epali umushila uwalula wamena nokuchusha nokukowesha bengi. 16.
15 years. So that's fine. Okay, thank you. Now, the first one was about our love overflowing for each other. That's what it should be like in our groups. Is our love for other people should be overflowing. And not just that, the people in the group, their love should be overflowing for other people. And the second one was about being holy and blameless, about our character of our lives. And then we were talking about living in peace with each other. And not letting a bitter root grow up. How many times do we start in our hearts, or maybe even in our lives, we let a small thing that's upset us grow bigger and bigger? This one has offended me, so now I'm just starting to have hate in my life for him. We need to be so careful and look at ourselves for that. Because Satan would love these bitter roots to go into bitter plants and bitter big trees. But what's the difference with weeding? When you take out a weed that's small, it's easy, hey? But if you let it get big and strong, then, especially if it's a tree, then it's hard. So look out for that in your lives and your groups. When there's things that are wrong, that are small, deal with them while they're still small. Okay. But the task of discipling people, is it a small task or a big task? It's big. It's big. Yeah, definitely. So Jesus even knew that. So he sent out 72 people, didn't he? So in Luke 10, we're not going to read it now, but Luke 10, 1-3. Luke 10, verse 1-3. And verse 17-20. He sent them out. He said the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Yeah. Ask the Lord to send out the workers into his harvest field. Okay. And then the 72 returned with joy, because they said they saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. They saw that they could use the authority that Jesus had given them to make change. And if we look around, the harvest is plentiful. Okay. And the workers are few. But I heard someone say, and I thought it was good recently, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are all sitting in church. And sometimes that's true, isn't it? We're too busy doing our church things to go out and help with the harvest, which is the biggest job that God has given, Jesus has given us to do. Yeah. So do we want to be part of harvesting? Yeah. And do we want to make disciples? Yeah. Now in Zambia today,
mu Zambia leero
does anybody know what the population is?
mwani abenga nje bakwe ekipendo ky'abantu bonse mu kyalo kya Zambia empendo abayishiba
It's 18 million people.
abantu mu Zambia yonse
About.
twalifika kuli eyo empendwa 18 million.
So that's a lot of people,
bantu abengi sana abo.
and a lot of those don't know Jesus.
abengi paliyo empendwa tabayishiba Yesu.
Now in 2050,
Ombaga tukese fika mu 2050
which is about 30 years time, yeah?
pali myaka 30 pakati apa
Do you know what the population will be then?
namwishibe fe empendwa y'abantu irina okuba nomba mu Zambia.
You want to guess?
Osho kutumwayishako kugesa kwerenganya
Even double.
Oh, not a bad guess. More than double. 41 million.
abantu bakafika 41 million mu Zambia pano mu myaka 30 apa.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that are remote and in the rural places.
Ero muri n'empendwa bengi abantu abayikala mu mpanga mu mishi.
About half of the people live in the
Kuti
rural.
walanda fyoke bati hafu ya impendwa pakati ka impendwa abengi bekala mu mushi.
But a lot of the stronger churches are in the cities.
Ero nombanga twayisa kukironganya omulanga ati filonganya efyakosa
And
kyaba mu town.
a lot of the resources of the church are in
Ero
the cities.
n'efibombero efingi fyakubombya okushimikira kona nkubombera ko mulimu wakwalesa fisangwa mu town.
So especially in the rural, we've got a harder problem to...
Kanshinga twaroresha mu mishi
people.
twalikuwa tenchitwe yakosa yakubira embiransi mu kubantu.
That's why the people in Minalunga were discouraged.
Yamulandu ina baba munyinefa bakumwinirunga bali abapunushiwa.
And I think the pattern is the same in lots of countries around
Ningi
here.
shiboka bati tekumwinirunga kwekana mu mishishimbisha ashara muno mu kyalo kyezu kukyaba kimo kindi.
Okay. The same in the Congo.
Yes.
Yeah. So the numbers are a bit different, but it's the same, I think, in the countries
Impendo
around here.
kishakusanisha population mu fyalo but ifichitwa fyapalana.
Right. Now that means if we're asking the Lord to send more workers into the harvest,
Kanshi ngachakwe batifwe tulelomba leso kutila atumya ababomfya abengi mu busomboshi.
then we must take responsibility ourselves to do
Tulingira
that.
okusenda oyo omulimo ifefwe bene okubomba eki.
So we said before, Matthew 28,
Twatire Mateo 28, twashitira Mateo 28.
go and make disciples.
Abiye ni kalengeni abanko.
There's another Bible verse that I want you to write down. 2 Timothy 2:2.
Ndefa mulembe nalimbire embweri 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 2.
You're nodding, do you know what it is?
Yes, yes.
What is it?
And the things you have heard from me, teach them to other people, will also tell to the able people. And
Yeah.
that's it. It is just a cycle.
Yeah. So it's to make disciples that will also teach others.
Irire embweri landa tipangeni abasambi abenga panga kona abasambi banabo.
Okay. So because we're few today, I've got beans instead of people.
Nomba pantu tuli banono lero mu mpendwa Yesu ninkwata binzi yakubomfya ngekyakumwenako mu kifulo kyakubomfya abantu.
Okay. So imagine this is me, a disciple.
Erenganyeni uyu ni nebo ne
Okay.
musambi.
You hold the bowl. And then in the first year, I have my friend here.
Mwaka wakubalirapo ninkwata omunanji uyu
Okay. So I teach them.
namufunda oyu
They come to know Jesus.
bayisa mu kwishiba Yesu.
But I make them a disciple that can also teach others that will also go out and do the Great Commission with me.
Ukufunda kwandi kwalenga oyu muntu ab'omusambi winga kwanisha nawo kweyafundako bambi palwa kwa Yesu.
So at the end of 1 year,
Pampera ya mwaka umo
we have 2 disciples.
tuli babiri apatefyo.
Yeah? Now the next year, I find another that I teach,
Mwaka wakonkapo nafwana umbi wakati
that I
nafunda
share my life with,
eryo nayakanya omwoyo wandi kuli yena
that I encourage. They become to know Jesus,
n'abakoseresha bayisa na mu kwishiba Yesu.
but not just a convert, a disciple,
Lero tebali avako abakwisa lero basambi
and the one that can teach others.
nibali abenga kwanisha nabo okufundako bambi.
And my friend has done the same.
Uyo na yena uli omunandi ula nafundira omwaka wakubalirapo naye yena nafundako umo.
So after 2 years, how many people?
So
How
pano
many
ya myaka
disciples?
ibiri twaba abasambi banga
4. And then the next year, those go out.
omwaka wakonkapo munenyuke bati aba bali omu bonse baaya abali 4 baya
and they teach and disciple another 4.
bonse na bena bayaleta umo baba 4.
So 3 years, how many have we got?
So mu mwaka wa number 3 twakwata abantu banga
8. Okay. Now, the next year,
mwaka wa konka po wa number 4
they're going to do exactly the same.
bala bwekesha kutimufine
Yeah?
baya balya abali 8.
It doesn't look like much, does it? Okay. So after 4 years, how many?
pano maya myaka 4
No, 8.
8 plus
and
8
16. So after 4 years, 16.
pano maya myaka 4 baba 16.
Now I counted these already.
Number
So for 5 years, another 16.
32.
Someone's good at maths. 6 years, another 32. 64.
in 6 years.
Yeah. And then the next year, 7 years. It's 128.
Yes.
So we've done quite well in 7 years.
Muri 7 years twakwata abasambi na mtu abasambi 120 what? 28.
Yeah. Now, I couldn't, I'm too lazy to count all these.
So namba na mfu obunangani bwa kupenda abasambi n'emyaka.
But I've just put these. How many years do you think this is?
Myaka inge imlemona.
This is about 4,000 beans. Okay. And this is 12 years.
4,000 beans 12 years. Nga tuingesha okwerenganya na mtakupendere.
Okay. What do you think of that?
Mule chimwana shani chimwatondo nyako shani.
Yeah.
Work is being done.
Can you believe that?
So tumwasumine chi.
Yeah. And if all these are proper disciples that are going out to disciple the whole world,
Elo aba nga twababiko kwe bati nibalaba pangiro kwe bati basambya bachachine nabo baleya mukushimikira ekyalo.
how many years do you think it would take for the whole world?
Tumwairenganya ati myaka inga chinga sendo kupwisha ekyalo kyonse. Nga tuinga kwata 4,000 beans muri 12 years, 4,000 disciples muri 12 years. Ero bonsa bali 4,000 ni bali aba afikapo. Bonse bali ekwanisha okuya myaka inga tuinga poso kuina ekyalo.
24 years.
It's 33 years.
Myaka 33 kuti chapo ekyalo.
So even in our lifetime,
Kanshini chinaifu bene kutwasangwa ko nokufuata turafu.
because imagine after another year, then we're going to have twice as many beans.
So
And then after time it gets big.
So mulesa nko batichira mwaka mulekwa tempendo ikuru kanshpanshta nishatashani yakula.
Okay. Now the alternative is that after 1 year
Pano maya mwaka umo
we don't teach others.
wafe bakutira tatufunda umbi umuntu
We just do the work ourselves. So 1 year, there's
watemwafe
1,
ife bene
2
chira mwaka
years,
inewe ine
2.
nashimikira no akonka po inewe ine futi naleta na umbi no number 3 naleta
So
no
then
number 4
12
naleta
12 years with me doing
so
all the
pali
work,
12 years inewe ine fenga newe lebomba
but me not discipling people to teach
inenchire
others.
funda ko bambi moneni.
So, or 12 years of teaching others to disciple others.
Imyaka 12 kufunda bambi kuba basambi nabo bafunda ko bambi. Imyaka 12 ineneka ndefunda nofunda ko bambi nabo kufunda bambi.
Which one do you want to do?
Ni se mrefu kumfenchira.
This one.
Yeah.
Which means that we have to be teaching others to teach others.
Ichi chirangiriro chakwe bati chipope tufiro kufunda bambi nabo kufunda kwa banabo.
And we have to let go of some of the power that says I've got to do it all.
Chile tufundo kwe bati tulelekelako kumakaya mwayo twikatirira twapela ko bambi twalite mabuka itemo bwa butungurushi.
maybe one of these won't encourage people quite as good as you do.
Natuishi balimbi bamwe ababa ifite tibalingane na ifwe tusambisha na ifwe tukoseresha.
Yeah. And maybe it'll take them 2 years to disciple someone.
Limbi kuti kyabasendera kw'emyaka yakutirabe ng'atampa okulabomba okupangako bambe bantu kuba basambi.
But it's still better having many
But
people.
kikankala kuba panga abasambi n'okubakoseresha nabo okutampa okusambirira okupangako bambi.
But in our churches here, we don't release people to
Mufilonganiro
do work.
Yesu tatusuminisha abantu kuya mukubomba omulimo.
A lot of people will rely on the
Abantu abengi
pastor.
bachetekera pali bapasita ebakubomba
church
kyebeka
leaders.
bantungulisha bamufilonganiro.
But it's too slow. Look,
Manye ninomba ifye fyakufumamu
and God has given us all gifts.
lesa bonse ali tukeera efyabuffe.
So let's be multiplying
Tieni tuleeta emusha
and teaching others.
okufunda bambi.
Let's not just hold on to we have to do it all and just have a
Okukira
few beans.
twayikatirira kweba ati nineebofye newakubomba eyo twasasombola utuunono.
Okay. So now the same can happen with the life groups.
Kimo kiine kuti kyakitika nakuma life group yesu.
We were talking yesterday about planting other life groups.
Twaleera ndamairo pakutampa amabumba nayambi.
It's the same as the beans, but each bean is a group of people.
Kimo kirina beans but bean tuyina ati libumba iri abantu.
One group can plant another group.
Libumba limu okutirya byala nalimbi libumba.
One group can encourage another group to grow.
Libumba limu okutirya koseresha nalimbi libumba okukula.
It might take, I think it's going to take more than 1 year, but that's fine.
Kuti kyasenda kona ng'omwaka omwo leero kirifye bwino.
But you're making disciples that can make
Ekikankala kiripo
disciples.
kyakweba ti tamulekere namutwalira okupanga abasambi abenga pangako nabambi.
There's a leader in Tanzania that began with one group and now has 16 groups.
Kuli ntungulu shimo mu Tanzania yatampire nebumba limo leero palino nchita bakweta mabumba 16.
The church he goes to is growing and these people are growing.
Kironganiro kintu bapepako kirekula n'abantu babo mu life group nabo balekula.
In the past, people used to come to him and say, please pray for me, my child is sick.
Kunuma abantu baleya kuli beena abati seni mutupepereko omwana wesu mulwere.
Please help me, I've got a problem.
Njafuirisheni ko ninkwata obwafya.
Please, can you give me some advice?
Ndelomba mpeni ko impandeni kwa maana.
But now he's encouraging the other people to pray for people, to advise people, to help people.
Leero ino nchita bali tampo okulakoseresha kona bambi abantu muli amabumba okubaafwako okupeperera abantu n'okupanda kwa maana.
They share the problems in the groups, and that
Balakana
leader
amafya yabo mu mabumba tabalekera entungulushi.
is not tired anymore.
Tansha po entungulushi yaleka n'okunaka.
Sometimes it's trying to do things all the time is the wrong thing.
Limwe nshita okulwisha okukita ebintu byonse kira kyali babwafya.
Okay? So we need to encourage others to do things
Tuyingira
also.
okulakoseresha kona bambi okuyibimbamu mu mulimo.
And Jesus tells a parable of a mustard seed.
Yesu atushimikira omulumbe wa mbuto ya lubanga.
And now I didn't bring a mustard seed. I've still got the beans though.
Mwisakamana nshabonfye oluseke lwa lubanga walabonfya kiremba ine
You plant the bean, and how big does the bean plant
nga
go?
mwabyala ka kiremba kamo ikula shani kiremba.
Like this? Yeah. But the mustard seed is much, much smaller than a bean.
Oluseke lwa lubanga ati kanini sana kukira na beans yakula.
You can hardly see it.
N'okukamona nga tamuposereko amaano teti mukamone tumwashupikwa.
And that it grows big into
Leero
a
kali
tree.
akene nga kakula kalakula okulingana n'ekimuti.
We have to plant the seeds in people,
Tuyingira okubyala embewo mu bantu
water,
n'okulaata
reading,
pirisha okusekwira
teaching,
kufunda
encouraging,
okukoseresha
and enable God by His Spirit to help that seed grow.
ero n'okupepa omupashi wakwaleesa okwafiirisha luro luseke okukula.
Because that's what the kingdom of God is like. It can start small.
ekyobufumu bwakwaleesa bwaba kuti bwatendeka akaana ono
And it grows.
leero olakula.
Okay. So Jesus told us in Matthew 28 not just to make converts but to make disciples.
Yesu alitwebere muri Mateyo tekupanga fye abantu abakonka fye abakwisa abakubapo fye lero okupanga abantu abakonka ekitwa.
And a convert means someone that's walking in the wrong direction.
Ati uyu muntu convert kipirira ati umuntu umwe ulenda mu nshire ya lubana.
And then they come to Jesus
Lero baisa kuri Yesu
and they turn around.
lero bapiribuka bambo okola konka enshira yakwe.
So that's a convert. It's a good thing.
So uyu muntu fye oli bwino nomba
But a disciple is more than that.
umusambi ali kirapo apo.
And the disciple is following Jesus,
Umusambi ni ulya ule konka Yesu.
is learning from Christ,
Alesambirira kuri Yesu.
is being a student of Christ
Ali umusambi wa kwa Yesu.
in the way that they live their life in all areas.
Munshira bekalira mu obwumi bwabo bonse.
But it comes from the word to learn.
Lero erishu birifuma kusambirira na nkumusambi.
And we are always learning more as
Ifwe bonse
Christians.
na ifwe tuli basambi abatwalirira okulasambirira kira kuri Yesu.
Whereas a convert is a one-off thing, a change. The learning is something that happens all the time.
Lero ababa ba convert ni bali abasambirira kula mona finti fibali fire kitike kitayonse.
Okay. So, what I want is one volunteer.
Ko ndefu ya umuntu akuiperesha Yesu kuno.
Okay. So what I want you to do
Ifwe ndefu ya iwe uchite.
is you've got power now, you're at the front.
Iwe tuwa kupera amaka kuno
So you can make this fun. So I want you to make some signs with your hands or to do something, and all these people have to follow you.
Ndefu ule kitako tuntutumo kuno kubo mfya amaboko yobe nangu mubiri wobe ero aba bantu batampi okula kukoperesha.
So they have to do the same as you to copy.
Bambe okula kukoperesha okukonkeresha amufefe ole kita.
Okay. So they're all playing with their hands. Anything else?
Chinjako.
Change? With their head. They're all scratching. Now, you can stop now. You are almost like disciples of Elijah.
Ifi efe chipiribura. Mwachira mukonkeresha so muri basambiwa kwa Elijah.
Like Bertan said earlier, you're not just hearing his words, you're seeing his actions and you're doing the
Chiranda
same.
bapeta nipakwamba tamumfu ile fye shibiri yakwe mulekonkeresha nefi alechita kumubiri wako.
Okay, so it's important we disciple people with our mouth,
Chikankala twalenga abantu kuba basambi kupitira mukulanda funda
but more so with our actions.
n'emichitire Yesu.
Obviously, we don't want everyone going around scratching their head.
Twachira bomfya fenge kyakumwena bitatiranda tikulalenga abantu bale ifwenya ola.
But you can see, you are all copying him.
Mwachimona ero mwambo kumukonkeresha.
How much better is it if people copy the things that we do good for Jesus?
Huh?
But how much better is it when people copy the things we do good for Jesus?
Ubusuma bubamu abantu nga balekoperesha efintu fye tukitefya kwa Yesu.
But we also need to be careful that we're not living our life in a bad way.
Tulingira kuba bachenjera okumono kwe batatule ikala obumi bwesu munshire ibi.
Because otherwise those people we disciple can pick up those
Abantu
bad
abakule
habits.
funda basambi bagala funda obusambi mu mibere Yesu ibi.
Thank you. Now, who here's got children?
Muno ni banani abakwata abaana.
Okay. So maybe one of the ladies.
Ndefanjipise ku banyina ifwe.
Okay. When your children were small
Iri abaana benu baali otwaiche.
and you were sweeping the floor,
Mulepyanga mu nganda.
maybe they were about 2 years old.
Limbi bakweta emyaka 2.
What did they do?
Finchi balechita. They come, they begin to copy from you. They are following when you are sweeping.
Okay.
They cry for the broom,
They wanted
grab
to.
it from you.
Okay. And when they were 2 years old, did they do a good job?
Bushena nkuchakutira balesa mukumi konkeresha efe. Bushe bale bombo mulimo usuma.
No.
Bali 2 years.
No.
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 They don't manage to do a good job. So why did you not stop them from
Namba
sweeping?
nishita mwale bakanisha ati tamule bombe nchitoe fumeni hapa. Because we wanted them to learn.
You want them to learn. And then when they're big,
Njana mbabale abalekula.
they're still a child.
Bachiri kwa baiche bati bakulako.
You can ask them, please sweep, and they'll do a good
Mwatampa
job.
n'okubatuma nomba pyanga apatumoni mwamona babomba na bwino.
that's like it can be with people that we're discipling.
Effe kiringira okuba nangwe effe kingaba nakubantu abo tulefunda.
To start with, maybe they don't do a very good
Kwambana
job,
beena alimo pakutampa tababombana bwino enchito.
but they're learning,
Balesambirira.
they're copying you.
Balekonkeresha ifu.
And with time and encouragement,
Mukuya kwanjita n'okukosereshwa
they'll be able to sweep,
bakatampa okupyanga bwino.
they'll be able to disciple people,
Bakafundako n'abambi.
and they might even be able to do it better than you.
Limbi kutibamba n'okuwomba bwino okukira naifu.
And we have to be humble to allow that to
Tulingira okuba
happen.
bayikyefya n'okusuminisha abo abaana nange aba disciples okubomba nange batukire.
Yeah. So it is with that. It's like children. We encourage them to learn and to grow.
Kimo ng'abaana tulabakoseresha okukula.
So what a good parent does to their children, we should be doing for the people that we're
Ifyo
teaching.
omufyashi musoma akitira abaana baakwe ifyo naife tufiire okola akitira abantu balaba otulefunda mu mabumba Yesu.
Okay. Right, I've lost my place now. Now, what about people in the village?
Nga abantu mu mission.
Have anyone ever had people in their church, they come to Jesus,
Kikuliko abali bonsaba engeebukisha mu kyekumi abo mwali abantu abayisire kuli Yesu.
they get saved,
Baapusuka.
but then maybe they get sick
Leero nomba punch time olimbi bayise alwala.
and they stay sick for a few days,
Ija balwala bayikala kwenshiku.
and then they go back to the witch doctor.
Leero nomba basalapo bwebirawo kandi yaffe kuli kyamanga kwena.
Has anyone seen this happen?
Mwalifumonapo efi kukitika.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Mm. Why do they do that?
Mula nduki bakitira efyo abantu. They want to be well.
They want to be well. Uh-huh.
abatetekera okwebakiya amapepo okutiya atupusha kano kuya kunganga.
They don't believe that prayer can help them, can make them well.
Yeah.
They believe to go to a witch doctor.
Yeah. Any other? They're both good answers.
Mambi.
Anything else?
kira kitika mulanda okuba bati tebasambi nibakalunga nafuna convince kiba okuba kiteekyo.
They can do that because they are not disciples, they were just converts.
Yeah, so they've not been discipled.
Tebalengwa okuba basambi.
They've had the seed in that life,
Bali kweta oluseke mu mwoyo waabwe.
but maybe they're copying other people in the church that also do that.
Leero limbi balikopereshe bambi abalongana nabo mu kyo ekyabayireko kuŋŋanga.
But they haven't really understood the whole of the gospel, that you stop your old life
Tabaafika paka omufuikisha imbira nsoma yonse yakati bafiire okukinja obuumi bwabwe bwonse obwakali
and now follow Jesus.
n'okukonka Yesu.
And it says in 2 Timothy 3 verse 5
Ebyekira muri 2 Timothy 3 verse 5.
that people have a form of godliness but
Kati abantu bali kwate embeera ya bwina leesanga
deny its power.
leero baakaana amaka yaabuko.
That's why they go back to the witch doctor,
Ekire nga tebali bwekera mu kuŋŋanga
because deep in their heart they don't
mukati ka
think,
mutima waabwe tabatontonkanya okuti
they think that the witch doctor has more power than Jesus.
batontonkanya okuba bati ŋŋanga yali kwatisha amaka okukira Yesu.
And that's a lie,
Bufyo
and that will stop them from growing.
efiifika baleesha okukula.
But just speaking to people doesn't change their actions.
Okulanda ffe ku bantu takuyinga baafe okukinja emisitire yaabwe.
Most people know some of the bad things they do that they should stop doing.
Abantu abengi balifiishira efintu ifi biifyo bakita n'okwisha baliisha bati ffe bafiire okuleka okukita.
We need God's Spirit to come and help them to
Baleefwayika
change.
omupashi wakwaleesa okuyisa abaafe okukinja.
We can't just say, you stop drinking.
Temashi wiifyo yakubira ffe ati yiweereka okunwa.
We need to encourage God's
Tulingira
Spirit,
okukoseresha
encourage them
omupashi
to ask God's Spirit to change
okubakoseresha
them.
okwipisha omupashi wakwaleesa okuyisa pali beene n'okubaafwa.
But also it can be difficult to change alone.
Kyaliba ekyakosa futuwe muntu kuyikinyisha pala obe weeka.
But when you're near people, when you're with people,
Leero nga olina abantu
over time
mukuya kwanshita
there can be encouragement.
kuti bakwafwa.
And even people can see your life, see your sweeping,
Bamwe abantu kuti bamwana n'emibeera yobe emipyangire yobe
and they can want to do some of the things that you want to
kuti
do.
bakopa nabeeno okufa okola kitako efintu ifyo olekita.
So community is very important that we learn from each other.
Anshi mumushi kindu ekisuma ekyakubakoopa nti twasambirira kuli bumo n'omunankwe.
As we said before, it's not just everyone learning from the leader.
nga ffe twakiranda teeka bati bonse kulasambira ffe ku ntungulushi
People are learning from each other.
n'abantu balasambira okufuma kuli bumo n'omunankwe
But more than that, there needs to be a relationship with each other.
kukirako palingira okuba ku kibusa pali bumo n'omunankwe
You can't just go to a drunkard sitting there at the bar, you should change your
keti
sinner.
muyime effe eyimwe muyo pa kikulwa kya bwala n'okutambula okulashaawuta abantu ati lekeni bukyakolwa mweme babe embumwe
It's not going to work.
fyabombe
But maybe if you're spending time with people,
leero nga mwaposa kwa kashitana beena
you're helping them,
muleeba afwa
you're saying, no, why don't you come with me tonight instead of going to the bar?
ninkite tumuyishire kuŋŋanda kumyandi mu kiro kyakuya ku kikulwa kya bwalwa
So that we can chat by this fire.
paka batwise tuyikale pa muliro tuleeyisha
We have to be involved in people's lives to
tuyingira
disciple
okuba
them.
bayipeera mu myoyo y'abantu paka tutuyinga kwanikyo okubapanga okuba abasambi
We can't disciple from a distance.
kye tubapange okuba abasambi n'atuyimira apatali nabo bali apatali
Yeah? And people have needs, people have worries,
abantu balikwata efyakukabira balikwata amasakamiko
people make mistakes,
abantu balalufyanya
we make
naife
mistakes,
bene tulalufyanya
but we need to be involved in people's lives so that we can help each other.
leero tuyingire okuba bayibimba mu myoyo y'abantu paka kutya tuyinga afwana
So when we make mistakes, that we don't just turn away from Jesus.
nga twalufyanya ateekwe bati kyapiri okuba tufiire okufuma kuli yesu awo
We turn back towards him.
kuupiri buko okubwekera kuli yeena
We ask for his spirit
twayipusha
to
omupashugwisa
to forgive us,
okutubeerera oluse
to work through us,
n'okubombera muli ifwe
and enable him to walk with,
No,
enable us to work with him.
n'okutusuminisha okutulenga okwendera pamwe nankwe
Okay. Now another thing that is really needed for discipleship is openness.
kindi kintu ekikabirwa mu lwendo lwakuba abasambi kuba abakakuluka
If I say Mulishani, what do you say?
nga namiposha ati hawayo mutirashani
Bueno. Oh. Okay, but are you always bueno?
busheryonse eri abantu bamiposha bagresi mawuka shani ati bwino busheryonse mulaba bwinomaskati
No. I mean, that's just culture. We do the same. When people ask, how are you? You say you're fine.
yo yabafye n'entambi abantu nga bakuposha twalibeereshyafye naifwe bene kulaba hawayo am fine mulishani bwino bati nshumutoreka
But we need to encourage people to be open.
tulingira okulakosereshana nk'okufunda abantu kulaba abakakuluka
Not with everyone. You don't have to tell the whole world you're not fine.
tekyalo kyonse kyo mwingeeba nga namukwatako akabwafya kuti kwabako abantu abo mwingeeba
But maybe if a friend, they'll see you
leero nga mwayebako omuneeno ngaero bamimona
and you'll say that you're fine, but they'll see in your face you're not
ero
fine.
mwalanda ati muli bwino ero nga bamiriro kyapama ensonyi bakikusaba eno bamona taawe tefe baba baaggressive
Yeah. And then they will ask you, and you need to be honest
balamiipusha
with those people that are close to
tefe
you.
mumoneka efe nkifiru bene nomba mulingira okuba abakakuluka kuli bali abantu abaparamana naimwe
And
nga bamiipusha
especially when it comes to sin.
makamaka nga kyayisa ku lubembu
Because sin, when it's hidden, it can grow.
olubembu nga lwafisama lulakula
I'm not saying shout from the roof everything you do wrong.
tatulelanga tukya mukunina pamutengero mba okulabira embira ati ndi mubembwine mairo nali kitafyakuti nafyakuti
But find some people close to you that you trust,
fayeniko abantu abali mupeepi naimwe abo mwacetekera
that you can tell about the difficulties you're having.
beena beebeni ekishinka ifyo muli ekyushiwa nafyo
Because when you confess your sins,
nga mwayeberera embusha eno
then it's in the open, it can't grow.
ninshi kyayisa pabweru so takyakagule
And they can pray for you, they can
bakola
encourage you.
mipeperako bakola mikoseresha
Yeah. But then if someone has told you something personal,
abantu bamu nga bayisa kulimwe bamyeba fimwe fyankama pamweyo waabo
then that must stay private.
kifiire kyayikala kyankama mu kifuba kyeno
You have to trust each other.
mulingira okucetekerana pakati keno
And you don't go and tell the whole church,
tamulingira okuya mu kyeyi kino mba mukuya mukushimikira paliirya nomba eri ashibamyebere mayiro
let's just all go and pray for Mark because he was drinking again last
mwana
night.
mukulanda mulema mulanda munshire yesu mati ntibapepere bamaaki mayiro balikolwa
Because he's not going to trust you again.
tabakamicetekere nakayiri
Yeah. I mean, obviously if there's difficult situations and you ask that person, look, can we go to Pastor, can we go to someone else to share?
nga
and
kuliko
help?"
fimwe fyako ati fyayingira munamanga tifyabipisha mufiremu abwerera kulira omuntu n'okumulomba kushe muli ekimwana shani kiri fye bwino kwe bati pali ashiri emitiswa yako kuli bapasita batu abombera pamo mu mapepo.
But try and take off the mask that we put on.
Icho tulera ndapo tieni tuleesha mumwe wesu ukufuula ki mask kile kyakuyifisa ifyoli wafisa wafika pocho tauli.
Try and be open with some good Christians that are trustworthy and that are your
tieni
friends.
tuleba bakakuluka kaira bakishinka kufyo tuli efyo twaba n'ekinko kweba bamunyinefu.
And encourage those people that you're teaching to be open as well.
Imwe na imwe koseresheni bala bantu mulefunda nabo baleba open kuli imwe.
Okay. And the other thing we need for discipling people is the right teaching.
Chimbi chintu kyo tukabiranga tulefu kulenga abantu kuba basambi masambirisho yasuma.
And now we've got several books that we've got in
Twalikwata amabuku ayengayo tubomfya
languages.
muri mu mitundu ingi.
and these are good teaching.
Mabuku ayakweta masambirisho yasuma.
They're not perfect,
Natuishi batayapulirika.
and they're not the only one.
Teeka fyaya abako.
But if you take people from the beginning to the
Lero
end,
nga mwabasenda abantu pakitendekero mpaka na pampera y'ebbuku.
they'll have a good basis
Bakakwata omufula osuma.
of understanding,
Wakumfu ekyebo n'okuyishiba.
and hopefully, like we talked about yesterday, putting into practice
Mukuya kwanshitanga fya twalira ndamairo wakatampa okuwula kiri ekyebo n'okukibika mu kukita.
what they believe.
Ifyo basomeramu.
Okay. Now, in our churches,
Mufilonganiro fyeso.
what do you think the difference is between a group,
Bupusano ishimumwonapo pamapebumba
a life group, and a church, a traditional church that's
nga
here?
mwalieshisho okufilondolera bamipishati bupusano nshibwa bapo omukumona kwenu mumikitire yafintu life group na church.
Any answers?
Wasiko buli wanze? Mamayo.
Okay.
Ndimona pa okusana uli pakati pali life group na church. Life group ile shintirira pali Kristo. Church kwa Kristo. Then church, traditional church, in church ile mina pali doctrine. Epo limina sana. So pabako different pana.
The difference I can see between the life group and the church. A life group relies so much on the word, or maybe takes all its time to teach or to talk about the word of God and to follow it. But the church, they talk about the word of God, but they follow the particular church doctrine.
Okay, there can be just one doctrine, yeah?
In enough group, the emphasis of discipleship. That is the focus. And that is a small group which is very easy to accomplish and to work about.
Yeah.
Whereas in the traditional church, they don't put emphasis on discipleship. They embrace many activities like evangelism, preaching, things like that.
Upsano ningalanda pali life group na church. Life group unamona kwati yashintirira sana pali discipleship. Bakulenga abantu kuba abasambi. Lero church mukamono kwe bati ilabimbamo emirimo namwe ifyako kita ifingi. Mwali bano okuya kunse mukushimikira mwali bana fimya twingi twakukita mu church.
Okay. Whoops. So if you think of this like a church,
Tentutontonganyo kwe bati iyi ni church.
and this is like the pastor,
Abani bashima pepo.
you can't spend enough time with all these
Tete
people.
bakwanisha okuposa enchita yawo kuli ilibumba lyonse eri abantu.
You can't disciple that many
Tete
people.
babapange okuba abasambi bafulisha.
But if you've got a life group,
Lero nga namukwata life group.
with just a few people,
Life group ikwetika abantu abanoona.
then it's easier to disciple these
Kiri
people to be
kyangu
closer.
okulenga abo abantu kuba abasambi pantuule palamina na bene.
And you can also find some other people in the group to help.
Omumwine kuti wasalamu n'abambi abenga kwafu.
It's not that the church can't disciple people.
tatulera ndati church tetikwanisha okupanga abantu kuba basambi
It can,
kuti yakwanisha
but it needs structures to enable one person to get closer to fewer people.
leero church nayikwate enchitwe ikulu iringira yapanga amabutanti kwayengika iri ayali bwino sana pakuti bengakwanisha ukulaba mupepi n'omwoyo wa muntu kirawumowumo baraba mu church.
Even Jesus, how many disciples did he have?
Nangu Yesu basambi banga kwete
12. So even Jesus could only manage to disciple 12.
na Yesu umwino walinesa akwanisha efyo okusunga bali 12.
So why do some of our church leaders think that it can disciple 100, 200?
shimbi chitontonganya kuti bakwanisha okupanga basambi abali 200.
You can't.
30
Not without other people helping
kwabula
you.
bambi abantu kukwafwa.
And that's why we do life groups. Not because the church is bad. The church isn't bad. The church is
Emulandi
good.
wino tukirama life group teke batimbi tuleseke ekirongano ko batinakirubana.
But we recognize to be close to people
Lero twatontonganya ko bati pakuti umuntu akwanisha okukwata esengeri akupalamana n'abantu
and to disciple people. It's easier. in small
n'okufunda
groups.
abantu ali nkuti kyabe kyanguka mu kalibumbaka nono.
Okay. Any questions on this topic?
Abepusha yabipalirisa biriro. Elijah, mpeni kwa menshi yako.
Maybe a question. In the churches, okay, so traditional churches, there is some activity they call cell group.
Yeah. It can be similar.
Similar.
Yeah. But I think in a lot of churches here they don't exist. So if a cell group is run properly, sometimes it's just like a mini church. One person is leading, everybody is listening, and nobody is involved in people's lives. If that's what the cell group's like, it's not helping to disciple. But if the cell group is like one person leading, everyone talking, discussing, everyone involved in each other's lives, encouraging each other, encouraging the Spirit to come, then that's discipleship. So
Mufilonga ino fyeso. Ababayipusha kwesheni. Nga cheichiri akwati yali kwati amaseo group. So bajudu basuka kwati awe amaseo group nafipalana na life group. Nomba ubu afya tu akwata mufilonga ino fyeso. Tefingi filonga ino efikwate efitende. Ero futi mistake imbi filiana filonga ino efikwate efitende. Bala chinja muchifilo chakula asambirishanya bambo okushimikira futi parapeni pachitende. So nga baleshimikira baye balelanda beka bakashimikira tabalesuminisha kwa abantu tabaleperenchita y'abantu bambi okuti even discussion kolanshanya futi rani chiseo group nayo taile chitabwino nangu ilepo tayakwanishe discipleship nomba cheichi kwete seo group elo yo seo group bayibomfya bwino kwaba kwa kusambirire chebo nokupanga abantu kuba basambi chirife bwino okuti bala kwanisha okupanga abasambi. He's saying, still, there are not many churches that manages their cell groups in the right way.
Yeah, so we're not here to stop. If things are working well in the church, carry on. But if the church needs encouragement with discipleship, then this is a way that can help. I'm just saying, Bemba.
Huh?
I was saying we're not here to stop the good things that the churches are doing.
Tatuberereko ife panonga ba dignity ukulesha nanguko na ule fintu ifisuma if ama church yali echita.
If you're doing things in the church which is working and is disciple people, carry on.
Ngachakutira mu church mumyeni mulachitako ifintu ifirebo mbabwino mulekwanisha nokupanga abantu kuba basambi twalirire.
But if discipleship is something they need help with, then life groups and that teaching that we've been given can help with that.
Lelo ngachakwati mu church mumyenu discipleship ekintu mulegulisha mulefayo kubomberapo kansha ya masambirisho ya life group na ma lessons ayo kuti yami afwa kulunduluka pakuti mwinga bomba bwino muri lolubali.
Okay. Now I think one more question.
Excuse me, it is not a question.
Okay.
It is a request. Do you have any printed copies of what you are teaching about? Because I'm feeling we need to train all the people, maybe other leaders, churches, about discipleship.
Yeah, I don't know if we.
Possibly, if possible.
I don't know if we got it printed, but I can print you out that talk on
But
paper.
there is a concern on that one. If you want to go back and take this work, of course, under Dignity, even if it doesn't belong to Dignity, but Dignity is an organization which is operating in a system of this kind. If you want to take it, and then in the first place, you think of your church, you're going to do these teachings in your church, somewhere, somehow, it will affect the work that you want to start to do with other churches.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they will think that it is a teaching which is coming from their church. So the best thing you can do, the best advice I can give, you can have the printed copy, but start first involving other churches so that this work can be carried on, can be given to other churches nicely without any questioning. And then once the work has started, you can be teaching your leaders in your church, it's fine. But as long as you've given it to other churches as well.
Yeah, no, good point. Do you want to say that in Bemba also?
My English is not like yours. So even Grace, even Mama, now you it's you're
Funny
British.
English.
No, mine is funny. Yours is original. Me, it's counterfeit.
Your English is muzungu.
Yeah, mine is black English. Yeah.
Well, excuse me, I'm very curious. The first time I'm exposed to it. So now, we have been talking about life groups terms, and then the organization is called Dignity. But in your relation, what is Dignity and life groups?
Why it's called Dignity?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was started off with a photo that someone took of a poor lady in the village, just an ordinary lady.
Baipusha pakwe bati potuambire tuliranda pama life group mukulimbwa muli Yesu futi kuli neshuwirire mufika ati Dignity mbe vifintu fibirifi ushefirendera pamo na ngushani. So Judy alirondoroke bati lishuwi Dignity lyatendeke ngefi kwali picture yo bakopere na mayo umo mumushi.
But when you looked at that picture, you didn't see a poor lady in the village.
Uyu muntu nga mwalolesha pali picture ileyo bakopere tale moneka ng'omwana kashinchushi nga na mayo nchushi.
You saw that she had dignity.
Ale moneka uwakwata obuchindami muli ena.
Okay. And often people look for people from the outside to do things for them.
Abantu abengi batema okulolesha ku bantu abakunse kwisa bashitire efintu.
But they're slow to do things for themselves.
Baraba abanaka babunangani okuyibombera efintu abene.
But we want to encourage people wherever you live,
Tulefokoseresha abantu okutira konsoko muli,
whether you're rich or poor,
muli abakankala nango abapina,
God has put you there in that place.
lesali mbika pali kire ekifulo.
And I'm sure John has talked about being oaks of righteousness.
Lesali John alifundire pakuba emyoki ya bulungami.
Okay. And we want to give people the dignity to do things themselves.
Kanshi ifwe tulefo kupera abantu buchindami bwabo bo bakwata kale ukubomba efintu.
To be leaders themselves.
Kuba entungulushi abene.
And to encourage other people to be leaders.
Okukoseresha abantu bamwe kuba entungulushi.
Because it can be wrong of us to take that opportunity.
Kuchabe charubana nga chakwati ifwe twasende ishuko kulachitira abantu fintu fyonse.
So that's, and it just stuck.
Maybe just to add on a little bit, what she's trying to explain is this. When this picture was taken of this lady in the village, when you look at her physically, you may see that she's poor because of the way the clothes were looking. But when they took a picture, you see the lens of the camera changed the looking. She was looking nice and good on the picture. When you see her, you may think she's poor by the look. So now they took.
But you see in the face, you see in the person.
You
that's
see in the
behind,
face, you see in the life of a person, like the face is looking down. Yeah. Now when you look at the picture, she's looking good. Then when you look at the face, she's looking down. So now they took this, the original and the picture, and then now they say, look at this. She's looking nice. She's looking good. The clothes are not bad. Because when I'm explaining this, I like to say, the lens of the camera sees the beauty, the good that is inside. So when it comes out on a picture, it brings the good that is hidden, that other people cannot see. Because the picture looks nice. So now, that's where the dignity came from. There is dignity in people's lives, but they think they are poor, so they are not respected. There is no dignity in them. They think they are not educated. They think they don't have nice clothes, so they don't have the dignity in them. And yet, God has put the dignity in them, even if they are not dressed in nice clothes. The outside man is saying you don't have the dignity, and yet it is in you. God has put it already. So Dignity is an organization which is trying, we are just trying, we are not the best, trying to help people see the dignity God has put inside them. That is why she's saying, how can we do that? By telling them to be leaders for their own villages. Because we believe that they can do it. Because God is going to do it through them. So they have the dignity.
Good. Okay, I think we'll just have a short break now. I'll go and get juice and go get John to help with the camera. I'll be back.
Okay.
And Bertan and
Yeah.
be ready.
Sure.
Some more. You don't pick any man.
I will issue that dignity.
Marisha, no. Nicho limoli momu.
Does he still work with you?
Huh?
Does he still work with you?
Yeah, but he said he'll come and switch it on himself. I don't know why. Last time we switched it off, but I think maybe, I don't know, there's something. I don't know. Yeah. Nicho limolimo imukusana filafine like ngana tuya muma training. Tula a point to valid up.
Okay.
Kuchita qualiva introduction to the organization. So this is the introduction that we give. That's where it was born from. That's how it started. Majimbuni. Mulifati ya amaka yapo.
That's why we are mjengo wa pio kwa timufiro kusela. Amaya yako.
Chibenda ati ushenda. Atashanya. Na tena ndio so hicho mfano so shindefu pale ya refu na kama wafimbi
Na mavere kwena ile
so supu ile tuna pale mwisho basi au kanshi
agati funda John yaje afu da idi na bena hivi. Grupo ya chita pampantu tia furunga.
Pawe.
Ise.
Ndela ndapama scripture wachira peta na tiala John afuilia ibera. Then anaina bafunda
iliye ya gospel. Tayaba.
Taite yonse alipo nimbo napo. Yonse alipo.
Na paka paper pen yambia ma chapters ayo achamboko la landa tayalipo. Kaidi nili ya kwati amona fyakoso kumfuika ekwambuko la fwaya na yambia ma references zake kwati chafu ilisheko kumfwa so yambi tayalipo hapo. But iya gospel yaba ni separate yachiba ni systematic theology proper.
That's why nala ndati no tukuisankanya kairi amasabyo na kusana
ite yako ya mfunda ku life group iyi yaku mwakumanya omuntu ulefa yo kumfa pali gospel muleta kuli Kristo ero mwinga mfunde
na muje chikutia
na muje chikutu mwabonfya in short te session hapa ni life group but nimbira yakubira ku muntu ulefu kumwina Kristo.
Awe kutotera sana.
That's why Professor Wumchila hii taifa program.
Tairipwa. Yacho ni theology proper DP. Parani Bible college to achieve.
Way of it.
Achira of mathematics pale.
Sasa chapa Afrika kumbera nasho tu.
Yaingira
pale asukoi. Ono futi ubusuma. Twali yako bwa. Amine fo bali sala ndapati. Na muibukishe fya yaranda Judy. Bashira ndapati shumu kungale bomba mulimo kwalesa. Tutatawo mina Kristo bino fwa sumwe bino. Nomba palasti abembuka olafika namkufa. Sholo muntu kya kumweyo namkuta ku. Abingi bashira sikukwata uleni shinachifwa kai chimona ku police watawale iba then
wale fe waiba
wale bakita so exactly nshifule basango mkasi
ponse fe twalelanda
so na isalanda kona tishira ibeshira ndio tukusunga ushinikishe spirit so chalisaba kwa chani then namuleko chile ashile kitra so kusumale sasa
yali kaberi
awe chakisa wama bakumi yako na tutu
yali kabatali atala la popo lyambira kuno hii
mulefu mwishi naishwa pali sangia na limbi ipusheni
Ero mapa moku pushokwa bati mushe uliyo mu bali abantu bali ile pusuka kuti apusuka immediately bamwikata na maye kuburalira rero kufubira peni afwa bachimo ero ba mwabasiko kwebati ngafwa kwebashere kumupepera ko solo mbepera
efitara shanga paria
pepera ko bali abafwa
awa pena
abafwa no bibero mwambo kupepera ko epale telefansa
iyo ni nani nikaforuzizi
yako yafumine
amuna bamonika ile fya bachira tufunda baba John bachira londola ine ndi mukulu walai ilo ndi mukulu wala nomba nasi apita so ine palya umutima kai mubiri nawo nakabati umutima wako ero bayapene nafu nomba bachisalonda bukwati kwena okulingana nefyo nabamubwina Kristo kale nabamubwina eva chabunda bato nabamubwina Kristo kale so olona bamubwina Kristo ichile tukubati te kumirimu eyo momba tefi bantu nina alipokera Yesu ngomupusushi wandi nomba bachipira kama vesa inga chilalandai te kumirimu eyo tuomba
apona bonfwa n'abasubina nomba po bengishe nipa kumupeperako abasha pepero wao epa apona
kana
kwawe takwabo
awe takwabikana
mfena takwabi
that's wrong gospel
takwabi
awe
ufyu ngosa finch
yero afumi yako
bati ye ne achira sambirisha John yali kaba okwambira okusambirisha tayatala la kupuna yali pita amabumba n'amabumba teimumweka ila kaba lyonse kairi yali bapali
yobanga wafikisha ili nemba chituperera kwa romeri aliberenga wali kufikisha
the conclusion
number 1 watendekera pali Ephesians ila ya number 1 yacho ni Ephesians
Ephesians 2 the set chapter 2
Ephesians 2 ndo amba na Ephesians 2 ero wasa sokela Romans date ni shafu omuntu uo nomba ine umfweni mu conclusion konsefo mbeba pano manga pusho kusambirisha elisambirisho ubwafya namona muri ifefwe bantu inenda ndati chebo chakwalesefyo chabani nga wakisenda ati nalichenjera nga bafunda nalawumfwa tawake ekibe pantu ya mupashi nomba nga wakumana nesambiriro lyakufulunganya lyakuluntula panshi n'olukungu lwayima umwakufirosha wafirwa ichefyefye nokweba mupashi wa mushiro ati isa unsokorwere noti ukukana mukatuvira ati waipompa ibaranda bacha ati waipompa wakana ichefyefye nokumubatisa umfunde ine nafirwa okumfwa mupashi wa mushiro arasokorwa sana
nombero wasaberengesha waufuikisha valondolola sofire yaufuika
lyalikosa lyalishire kabapo nishkwalifye kwali abakulu wamufirongane yaisabuka yalikabire usuminisha olubembu koresuminisha osuminisha abantu bayi mukulafuira mu lubembu mukula kito olubembu abule yako Romans po usheno mapantu chabati Kristo atufuira kuruse waliliro kulaba embuka aweyo tikukiro so tulera ndoka Kristo alitufuira but Kristo tayebera tifina mifuira nomba kubembuke liti so ifina inendera ndapano ngera ndetera ndire Kristo naisa mkumifuira but tona isa mkumifuira nalishoka bati ngana limirekeresha ati bombe sheni muipusu shengata mwakwani but nshira ndiri ati akubembuke awe yalikos it takes the grace
kozubulanda vene chinga wenolulembo ndakufuira nishironze tapana ngenga kusuka kozukubembuka ulabembuka pana apa wabembuka
yapo peni pa deathbed kaidi para peni pa bed para mospi yapo peni mulanda tapana ukufuma muno mwine mwefi hapo warufyani as long as talafwa fyali kusane fyakumbwa mai amakange takweta yakwima okuya mukwiba tetatontonganye pakwiba but ngakweta amaka akatukuloresha n'obwongo buletontonganye omwana kashapita tafuere na bwino tuwairenganya apatulana fati nalwala talafwa so tatuishire wezo obwongo buletontonganya ntabuletontonganya
ero nokufa kwine mwa kwa bapanga
apengi fye not babiri
umuntu alwala ebere umutwe natwikala fe wonse ndekundo umuntu nayapa beti
hapo nafu
napo nafa mamwe
nokulwala kwakwe bati alefwa kukumonare mona limbi nokwisha muleisha but nalwala ya serious ya pro but in short twiwuro kulwala tukuambyo kukutontonkanisha mwinshalembi achafe ni example ya kulando kweba ati okay mukwipifya imbi example abo mfeshe pa deathbed hospital alefunda I think naibu kushaida imbi group ya ishiri abo mfeshe example ya kweba ati ndi mwina Kristo imyaka yonse nalibulo mwe wanje nalipera kuli Yesu yonse imyaka nomba one day naima ndefo kutoroka omusebo parapene ndefo kutoroka omusebo shira fika pa musebo ero naisamona umwana kashi ero na mukumbu ndiaine nde mukumbu amenso yandi acharoresha kukumukumbwa kanshi ndetoroka omusebo motoka yaisa po nafwa nkayakuliresa nangwawe so nimfwafye munshire share kanalekana noti kwebati pa deathbed na mshani mukuipisha kula ndofyo bati uma seconds wakumbwa but ninshi ukukonsele salira ndati you are born again uli mwana wandi mukuipifya achirafuka nati bushe nga kyakutiira uli omuntu kuti ayakumbo waikereyo nze emyaka ali born again ali aluka omwana wakwalesa ali lengo ekipya yonze emyaka ero mu masekenzi bushe ukuba born again kuti kwachinja wafyarwa futi wafyaruruka papene wafyarurukira mu mfimfi apa wali fyerwe mu rubuto ndirafi waisalo neshafi waelenganya akupe po motoka ya kupunka wafyaruruka wafyarurukira na mu mfimfi wana kumbo parapene takwaba
kulunda ofi lotion pali picture kwa Moses ishita se ya fi gwini wani nombe ishita ile wate asara fi cha ni pali malaika pali after ya
ali samu kumusenda but that's why bali ruila satana alefwa amube peshe ati mube mbuye lese ibere no iliweli ashwaleta iwe teri uyo
kabiefe
niwe nicho fe niwe boka kabepesha waba munyinani so efo kumubepesha wandi ndesenda ifyefyo chipiribula ino ruselwandi fine pa ili ashiria kwao ndesenda so ififindi okay limoli mu makamaka nga nafika pali iyi ne lisambirwe nda tonton kanyana cha but kwena akamufula kafilonga ino Yesu watikali bakoko kai pano
kali tulufia
akamufula kena kali tulufia kali koshefindu kama undeje imekena
nangu ididi nerembo nangu pali Moses ko muntu kisa mulondo sali betako sasa
yali kosa
mukumfu akali
kali kosa kisa
kali kosa not panono kukosa
kamufula
bali kosa nisho kwa kana pa kuchukua hii sokolora mbapata kuishukua sana na mtu akulira na waizi into ngafyala ile wanaingia kufifia vile ndio kutokona
I know muntu kusamwe bali kongo wasambiro katika msamwe kita ile sambira kwa sambiro kwena pa kubira kisaki
lechi bapo pote epepo ya kwa kinchi ndio shukuru leo ese wale na muri Yakobo atinoti wangu mtu watarusha mimi ishiteni unalabe fyo chizo cha bichi so kumfwa na kubika mfiki
so into if anyway ine parwandinga na shokwana nele mbweli akabati na jampeta nza mfika vepa point ine na chilandi akwati na landa fati mpasho wa mushiro na ichefya I humble myself before you teach me ine parwandi nimfirwo kuchitanda standirire mbo ichishinka so ngata wanja fwewe bali no instana kalira pano pena apa kwati shishiro mwa kulirosha ndizo ne chako chap
Dios nalala ndecho jishi
Pamba nukuwepa
ni shwando wale ngana mpiro hapo kwenye wale ngana chishi kwanza kashwa mshironi na ala sokoni
ekafundisha kaileo batshiri bala ndati ndemishira kafundisha
abambi abema tukwabula okulomba mpaka wakiro amunkiri ayina kyakushirikira ukasanga pia bachirenga muri tayi katena kono nse tanto kindi maisha koroto karondena mwinayi yachakolwa na mwenezi ebala muna kyaga nebera shiki mumbanga naba nabeka tempa shishira bakabiri
oh juicy
batuti bange batuti batatu utwakanga fo moya babiri moya bana pikale kulya again one week
mwisho wa mama apika la 2 weeks na twalilonga
Au napende.
Shwene muletitira.
Shikuru fingi ngalo kenga twa ikala lumba tira tamkusandu. Apatule muna kwati nayo. Nombro nga waya ikala. Masaka.
Fya mukashi. Tafifuma.
Nasilinga.
Tafifuma.
Alasilinga.
Vale kala bambi 2 years, 3 years. Fya mukashi. Ngawela likaba.
Haifuma. Nembo toshireka. Kwaita kumashireka. Chimbo kwati mwaya kusaka. Mwaya tanda. Tamwakalabe. Namkulenga chimbo cyane. But no kusaka ifo mwita mwakalabe.
Mwalaba.
Imwe bashiko.
Okulaba ifo twalira ntwani kane.
Nani kane.
Yapa yinde twaita.
Na wanda Petro balanji. Twabikwa. Twabikwa pesatu.
Okay, bane.
Kefe twamwe.
Nilabako tuli basambi. Tulingiro kola tunguru wana programu. So kuchira tulera ndalanda te. Chala ko nkaponi mwewo. Mafulo yenu ya raisa. So ambeni kubwekera ko ma performance. Ukuchira okupose insta. Chala ko nkaponi mwewo. Lero ni last day. Na ifono mba tuaratu ushana imu mwimini neko. So wekere nkuma buku yenu.
Shapa pali finga. Alia. Aba kwete ibeleso nyaku kubaba bashima pepo. Achakulwa bakutalika na banana.
Program alifurunga na mailo dine tamwachitire. Ine apachi konkere ko chala konka poni teaching performance. Ya muri plant material. So ile ya life group na ipita. Muri ya pali teaching performance. Mwarai so kunomba ifuna twika ro marambo kufunda muri plant material. Namumfa?
Fwewa pelo.
Mwe bantu bakwaresa. Pali ama assignment yapa. Ama assignment ya mu lessons ya muri plant material. Na assignment ya Jude RF ya mutse demonstrate ka life group. Assignment ya after demonstrate life group it's over. Apanga mwaisa muleisa kuli performance ya plant material.
Kulimbwa muri Yesu.
Batata. Kulimbwa mwachitile mailo. Kulimbwa mwachitile mailo. Muri akaka buku. Na muri ukishine. Efo na lelo twala chita. Wayukisha? Emkwali.
Ile ya bu life group ya kwati bacha korwa nabalanda sana nabakutumana naipita it's over. Ile ya muri rooted in Jesus it's over. Twalaisa pali performance ya muri plant material. Imwe mwise mwimini okumwambia okufunda everyone as a place. Mwise mwimini okumwambia okufunda life is through the family. Mwise mwimini okumwambia okufunda how to lead a small group in your village. Ukubomvya plant material. Nishi na muya ku village kulya emoto afika nombo. Araisa bwa. So yende mchitari mind nati bweke ni mu mupitiro kemo wangu.
My child.
We are doing assignments, isn't it?
I think what we're going to do now is we're going to do that drama thing.
Is it?
Set out here. Well, we've got the camera here. And then we'll do the inside.
The life group drama?
Yeah.
Okay. We are following the program, so we thought maybe we are doing assignments.
Yeah. Then after we'll do. So what we need to do is get the chairs set out. Right. Sorry, I'm going to steal your chairs now. So let's, can you see all the text?
Yes. Push that one a little bit out. This one.
This one.
Out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if Bertan and Frank sit in the middle somewhere with their books, everyone else doesn't read their books. You're going to be famous now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you all sit wherever you want. No, not the yes. Sit. Elijah. Okay. So you can use a book if you read it.
No, I can
You remember?
Yeah, I can remember.
You've got a better brain than me. Okay. So we're just going to have an example of a life group now. And we're just practicing, we're just learning together, so we'll make a few mistakes. And this obviously isn't a real group. We've just done a drama to make it a bit more interesting and to exaggerate some of the problems you might have in the group. Can you say?
Palino insta tulefwa yafe tuweshe ifyo life group itungululwa. So twalambo okula tungulula nomba tulefwa ya ukulufyanya tulufyanya kulungika tulerungika okuipusha tuleipusha ferafine okulingana efyo tubikirwe. Bantu tulefwa yafe tulangirire ekirangiriro ifyo life group ibomba.
Okay. So we've got Bertan, leader.
Natukwata ba Bertan, ba leader, bantungurushi.
And we're just going to switch after some time to Frank, another leader, because in time with your groups you should be bringing up other leaders and encouraging them to help.
And
I've forgotten, who was the strong Christian?
This was
a strong Christian.
So
he'll give good answers. And this is a person that is not a believer. And she might have some funny answers for some questions. And this one will be quiet unless you encourage them to speak. And you were the noisy one. And were you the drunkard? Okay, obviously these are not really who they are, but they're just going to be those characters. Just so we can have a bit of fun, but in seriousness, so you can think about different people that you might have in your group. And I want you to remember the ball game. And remember that the leader it shouldn't speak a lot like a preacher in church.
ibukisheni intungulu chitailingira okolalanda fyonse kwati nali muli bakashimikira ba mukironganino.
Of course, there's things where you have to explain.
Natwishiba kuli fintu ifyo mwinga fwaiko okulondolola.
But we should also be encouraging people to learn from each
Lero
other.
mufiro okulakoseresha abantu okusambilishanya abene beka.
Okay, but I think you can just stay sat down because this would be a group.
Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Mwashibukeni bonse.
So I welcome you to the life group study.
Nami sengera ku masambiriro ya mwibumba lya bumi.
And thanks for having come.
Natotera pantu na mwisa.
Before we go into details, I ask Elijah to pray for us.
Ilo tatura yapatali na lomba ba Elijah batupepere.
tutashe shukuru yehova twamitotera okuba naifwe ife mwachiba naifwe okufuma kumayanda okutwikala okwisapa katika nchi ende ino walatampa okulanshanya okwa kitabo kyeno kyotata kitwepera obuumi katika mishi Yesu bali naifwe kutamwishina ya mwana wa Yesu Kristo kuyomiyaya amen.
Thank you, Elijah. Today we need to talk about a very interesting topic.
Ilero turefayo okulanda periashi ilisuma sana.
I feel that you've heard about it, but we need to go into details today.
Ninjishiba munamu aliliumfapo pantu alitampire nomba ndefa tuingireko munama nkati.
Do you remember one day we spoke about the sky?
Bushemulebukishoke batubushikubu moto alirandepo pamulu.
We said that the sky was very far away.
Twatire umulu wali bapatali sana.
Though it is very beautiful.
Ero kaili twatire ula moneka bwino.
And God is more beautiful than the sky.
Twasambilishe nyoke bateresa ali wamisha okuchirapo pamulu fintu imoneka obusuma.
So this is our feeling we have.
Ili efe tumfana ngefe twaishiba.
To believe that God is very, very, very far away.
Ifwe tutetekero ko bateresa aba sana okutali.
As far as the sky is.
Nga fintu tumona umulu waba ubutali.
But today we need to see how we can relate to God.
Lelo tulefayo kusambilisha nefe twingampana na lesa.
So how can we relate to him though he is very far to us?
Kutwa ampa na shani na lesa na nguchakutira aba okutali.
Though we can believe many things about him.
Na nguchakutira twingatetekere filifyonse pali yena.
How can we do it that he can be closer to us and have intimacy and good relationship with him?
Ifyo twinga pala minakuli yena no kwatese ngeli sumanankwe.
If we can give a title to our topic, which say,
nga twinga pelo mutwe weli ashiri Yesu kutwatira.
How can we make sure that God knows and loves us?
Kuti twaishi bashani kutira lesa ali tutemwa kaili ali tuishiba.
This is the topic we need to talk about today.
Ili esambilisho ile twararanda po lelo.
We can read in the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16.
Kuti twaberenga Bible mu ibuku lya kwa Yohane chapter 3 verse 16.
So we read as follows.
Twaraberenga konkana ngefi.
For God so loved the world
Lesa atemenwe abapanwe sonde.
that he gave his only begotten Son,
Okutemwa kwa kuti apero mwana wako atyarayeka.
that whoever may believe in him
Okutira uli onso watetekera muli yena.
shall not perish,
Takona ike.
that have eternal life.
Lero alingiro kwa no moyo wa muyayaya.
What do you think Jesus is? Or maybe let me ask this question this way. God's Son, who is the Son of God? What is the other name we can give Son? When we say Son of God, or God's Son, what is the name of that? What is the Son? What is? Who is he? What is he? We have just read God gave his only begotten Son.
twaberenga okukirabesa apeera omwana wako wafyarwa yeka.
Who is that Son?
Ni nani oyo omwana?
What is his name?
Dishina nshishina lyako oyo omwana.
Grace, you are saying something? Grace? Think about Son, the Son of God. What is his name? Who is he? Okay. Thanks, Charles. So the Son of God means Jesus Christ. Okay? Do you understand? Yes, Grace. What is your question, please?
Let me ask you, is this why this group is here, is meant to be here for? I thought maybe you have brought something to give us.
Thank you, Grace. This group about discussing the Word of God. It's just knowing the will of God for us. Thanks for the question.
You are just wasting our time because you guys are being paid on our behalf.
No, we are not being paid on your behalf. We are volunteers. Now our concern is you and everybody in this village to know what is God's will, what we can know about God's word. No, please, I can ask you to sit down and to listen to this. It is very interesting, and we are not wasting time at all. We are making things to be on time so that we can go back to our homes. Okay. Let us come back to the answer Charles gave us. Charles, can you repeat that again? So the Son of God, who is he? Can you listen to him, please?
Shikuru balela ndapo Yesu Kristo uyo washefira imwe na ifwe monse pano. Nechirembo chera ndokwati bonse natipelera kukata kwa resa tulingire okulapira pamembo Kristo. Na pali ichi ungatwapokera Kristo ngombusu wesu nishaba nikatura wesu kaikatungula wesu mukati yakameka samitima Yesu.
Sister Grace, what this lesson or what this man is teaching about Jesus, who has been given to us by God, so that whoever believeth in him will not perish but have eternal life. That's what this teaching is all about.
Let me just interrupt there. You see, the leader's not had to explain that. One of the group members has explained, so that's a good thing.
Apa ichachitika chakabati bantungulu shimu chiro chakabati ebo bena balondolole bapera kuba member bamwibumba okulondolola.
Okay, carry on.
Thanks, Charles, for the answer. I don't know if somebody else can add something about that. What about Maureen? What do you think Jesus is? Or what do you think he came for?
Oh, I didn't ask me.
Yeah. Now, what do you think Jesus came on earth?
Yes.
What did he come for on earth?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, which I see the panochalo, we start to feel a nokutusendereme mbushesu ekyali ngeno okwebati ese pano ayebere wishu kwebati naye amujemba fuire sakono pesamba lyatya.
Okay. So Jesus came to die for sins.
Yes.
I understand. Good. And what do you think? Do you have any idea about Jesus, what he came for? Or maybe, what do you think about Jesus when you hear?
Ndipo safienshita swapanga na pamapokamo.
I'm just wasting my time here. I wish I didn't come at least this time. I would have taken one more.
Thank you so much, brother. You're not wasting time. We are going very fast so that we can go back home very early. Please, be patient. We need to go fast.
No,
thank you.
I don't even know the direction where this is taking us to.
You will see that it is a very good direction we're going to. Very good. Now let me tell you a story. A story of a river. Do you know a river, I think?
Yes.
Who can give the name of the river in the village here? Osowasi.
Yes.
Okay. Let us see. Let's look at the river. Rosiwasi.
It's a hard Bemba name.
Rosiwasi. Okay, do you know? We all know that river.
Yes.
When you look at that river, you see two sides, as all the rivers has. I believe I figure out. In the world, all the rivers have two sides. So now, supposedly I am on this side of the river, this side, and I would like to cross onto the other side of the river. I know. There are many obstacles and many things which can make me not to cross easily onto the other side of the river. Can you know anything that you can find in a river that can be dangerous?
Isabi, kwikati isabi.
Crocodile. Fish.
Kwikati isabi.
The fish, yes.
Yeah.
But the fish is not very dangerous. Can you think about anything that is dangerous in the river?
Kwali bemfubu mwaisa bana nengwena.
Okay, ngwena, crocodile.
Yes.
My brother, so please do not sleep.
Yeah.
Let us talk and please. Do you think?
Shachira mfwa bwino kanisha ba kuchechi ba kubelenga shapa shiri na Bible.
Why to fish that?
I didn't know that these church people, when they gather, they just gather without even a Bible. The leader is not even reading the Bible.
Thank you so much. I've got everything in my head.
As we don't learn things from people's heads.
I know the leader has to know everything.
This is the recent type of worship where someone is just using things from his head. He wants to put demons in us.
You are right. You know what? I took everything. I took it out of this book. This is a holy book. This is God's word. So I read it. And
so akaka book chikampelo bwalwa. Aka.
Can this book give me beer?
No, it will not give you beer. It will give you eternal life.
No,
that's why we have spoken about Jesus Christ.
Wale tuposela vishta.
Tanto balishimika sana bashima pepo ababala kwalwa kwalisa. Mwe ne mamulete chimfulunganya. Mrefano bamutufunya kufirongani no kutwaishiwa bwi. Nomba mwe umutuletere fe mpepere imbi.
This group is just bringing confusion and even your teachings, because we've been learning in our village about God in our churches, but the way you are doing things in this group, it feels like you are just trying to confuse us.
It's not confusion, Grace and my brother. This is good enough to understand and to listen to. Because this is eternal. Okay. So now, please be patient. We need to just to come to the end. And we were speaking about the river. So we mentioned crocodiles. We mentioned hippos and snakes, which are dangerous things.
What about fish?
Yes, fish is in the river, but it's not dangerous. That's not dangerous. Yeah. Fish cannot eat a man, but the crocodile is very harmful, or the snake is very harmful to the person. Now, okay, we need to cross the river.
Mwalanda sana lekereni kona bambi balandi.
Okay. Now, thank you. Let's finish. You need to cross the river. How can you cross? Let me ask you a question, please. Let me ask you a question. How can you cross and reach the other side of the river? Knowing we have snakes, we have crocodiles, and all the dangerous species in the river.
Mushakuti mwabuka shani mumumano mumwishiwa kwati mulingwenda aipo na fyonse fees wango ifya lipa kumuntu but kwabuka kwena turefu aiko kwabuka.
Yes, how can you cross?
Kutoloka.
You jump.
You jump?
Yes.
Suppose that it is a very, very big river. Can you
manage
to jump in one leap and reach the other side? Yes, but what can you do?
We have big boats that we use.
We'll be using a boat. If you are in a boat, you can cross onto the other side of the river. Okay, now we just need No. We need to conclude now. Elijah, we need to conclude. What we have mentioned about crocodiles and snakes and whatever dangerous species we have just mentioned.
Crocodile, insoka,
are the obstacles and difficulties and the circumstances we face in our life. So it takes us faith to stand those dangers. By the way, we are finishing now. Yes, Grace, you are finishing. Now, by the way, we remember that we mentioned Jesus Christ as the Son of God. Right at the beginning of our talk. So, we need Jesus to make us cross. Jesus shall fight for us, and so that we can stand the obstacles and circumstances and all the dangers we can face in our lives. So we can look at Jesus as our ferryman. That is the person who is in the boat and is guiding us and leading us.
Now, the pastor that you have come with, you are not giving him chance to preach. You are selfish.
You have the chance, opportunity to preach next time. So today we have just we are concluding. This is the topic we just need to talk about. Yes,
and is this the next leader to lead the next bit?
Na tupepa mwibasha bakwalesa ndemo na mashonse na tuyomfa. Amen. Na balondolola pafyo ipuskuro lya Isa. Na balondolola so okwetefye okupososha emyoshe soni mwebo. Na baloshako
We've been learning, we've prayed from the time we started, and the one who was teaching has talked about how salvation can come to us.
N'abarusha kwiro twasanga omumana. So uyu mumana ukalamba mulifu muline ngwena. Nachumfa kuti lero mulifu kuya pabushiri apalya mukuti mwabuke. Nga tamukweti obwato teti mwabuke. Obwato mwe bana bakwalesa nga group ule makalina ko Kristo.
This boat is representing Jesus.
Yesu eukwetefye amaka ayakumyafwa okuti mwabukira kwishirya.
Jesus is the only one who has got power to help you cross to the other side of the river.
Pashima pepo tuipushe.
Pusheni.
Mkwaende fo kuipusha. Lelo nalaleka nechongo ngana mfefe mulelanda wino. Ngamwasuka fe wino lili nelipusha. Ngata mwasuke wino ndeya.
I want to ask this question. If you give me the correct answer, I will stop making noise. But if you won't give me the correct answer, I will leave this place.
Pusheni.
Ine ndenshowato. Nomba lelo mwalanda ati Yesu echo wawesu. Ushe lelo Yesu alabo obwato songa twafuma papene tule musanga letu abusha palya.
You have said that Jesus is the boat. But me, I'm a fisherman. And I drive a boat. So now you are saying if Jesus is the boat, so from here, are we going to find Jesus has turned into a boat so that he can cross us to the other side of the